Welcome back. On this episode, we go behind the scenes with a street sign maker. You know the street signs are on every pole, at every corner, through the streets of Port of Spain when we're playing mass? Well, somebody designs that. So we went to his studio to see what goes into the art of street sign designing.
Who knew? Who knew that one guy made most of the signs that you always see? And I know you pay attention to it. So now pay attention to the work that goes into the creation of these signs. Let's see it.
My name is Bruce Cayoni and I'm a sign painter / graphic designer. I have been doing it about 30 years professionally now. Sign painting for me was not an intentional thing. It was almost by accident. I always had this creative side. I could handle a paintbrush even from a little fella. I and a group of friends came together to do a party for a charitable cause. And I was automatically given the portfolio coming up, doing signs to advertise the party. And from doing that party, that's where it started from. I took a course in YTEP, and before I finished the course, somebody offered me a job as an in-house sign painter in a large company, and I did that for 1 year, came out, and I was on own from since then. The first place I started this was in a room about 8 by 10 feet in Barrett area. I started doing party posters from 1992, but sign painting took place from around 1988. Because it had a lot of people doing it, but I think what I brought to the whole scene was plenty color. I brought a lot of color into it because before, just basically just used to use a white background and use blues and reds and that kind of thing. But I brought color to the whole sign and make it more popping and more aggressive. Yeah, I call it my artistic street genetics ready. My father was he was an amateur artist. He was a joiner by trade, and he always created things. He used to make doll furnitures. That I was the salesman at that time, back in the 80s into the 90s. I was the lone salesman around the country for the wooden toys. So I credit my strict family. The processor going into doing a sign started from the phone call. Over the phone, that would be information. I started, most people have a whole lot of information that they want to go on this limited space. So I have to start to scale it down. So on the phone, most of the time having to convince these people to knock off some of the information, starting with that, put it on paper. Once we get to the point where the client agree to whatever I decide to put there, it's to designing. I look at the space I have, depending again on what who's the client, what they want to sign for. I'll have to start to deal with fonts, right? And fonts in terms of whether it's for a church or a party or any other thing. But the main thing is the headline, which is probably like the name of the party. So let me say, Wassa Fet. Anybody watch my poster supposed to notice Wassa Fet first thing. Secondly would be the date. Thirdly would be the venue. And then everything else becomes secondary, which would be band, artists, DJs, that kind of thing. So how I do my ads basically is almost like a radio ad. In a radio ad, the person doing the voice would have the voice, they're raising the tone, dropping the tone, so it would be like, what's up, Feb? Saturday the 27th of February, what's the ground? So the announcer will put emphasis upon probably like the name of the venue, then the date. You probably repeat the date and repeat the venue, and then you call the name of the artist. So that to me is what I use. That's my own way of coming up with my design and how I want the people to communicate with my board. What is determined what colors I use most of the time is I just ensure that no two people or three people within the same geographic area look alike. Let me suppose I'm doing something for like a barbecue, anything to do with food, there's 3 colors I use constantly. That would be red, yellow, green. So whether the people in the same geographic location or not, them colors still stand for food. Don't come out of those colors for food. Anything else with other colors like the blues and the reds and the rest of colors, that could go for anything. An 8 feet by 4 feet sign would take me between 30 to 45 minutes from the raw material to the finished product. So I don't let people control too much of how I design in terms of how much information they give me or choosing colors. I like to be in total control. And since from day one to now, I've maintained 100% control. I don't let anybody get in that. And I guess that is why it truly reflects me. In fact, It's only probably about the last 2 or 3 years I would be comfortable with calling myself an artist. I was just, as far as I'm concerned, I was a sign painter earning a living from sign painting. What makes me most satisfied is when I see a client truly satisfied with the work I do. That does make me feel really good. But the person that I concentrate most, who have to be satisfied first, is me. And I think anybody else just comes second. The one thing though that does make me feel good is that the day I leave this earth is that I would have left a legacy. I don't know if it will be filled, but the legacy would be I used to contribute to the landscape of Trinidad and Tobago in a major way, visually. And that's a good feeling for me.
That's pretty cool that he makes all those signs with all those fonts in his house with his kids around.
Yeah, like, how do you even find that as your passion, you know? Like, how do you find that you're talented in making signs? That's crazy.
So now you know for sure you're going to check out the signs when you're passing, playing mass. You're going to know who made these signs.
Yeah, you're definitely going to pay more attention to them now.
Well, that's all for this episode, guys. Check us out, same place, same time, Thursdays at 8 p.m., Rec Carnival.
Right here on CNC3.